I got a great question from a subscriber asking me what type of exercises they can do with dumbbells. If all they had was dumbbells and a bench, and I was out of town last weekend, and it was perfect time to shoot some video for you because I was in a hotel gym that only had one bench and some dumbbells. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and knock this out. Check some of these exercises out. Add these to your routine and let me know what you think. So first up, I love to start with biceps. The incline bicep curl is pretty much one of my favorite go-to exercises for my biceps. You don't need to have the weight that heavy. Just keep it, light enough to where you can hit 12 to 15 slow reps. Keep the reps deep stretch there at the bottom. You see where I'm stretching deep down at the bottom. So get you a set of dumbbells, incline to bench. You can see it's inclined there. You can also do them flat as well, but I like to keep it inclined. So try these out. Keep the reps as slow as possible. Knock you out about 10 to 15 reps, 3 to 4 sets. Will definitely have you straight. And then I like to do the standing single arm curls. But notice how I go real slow. I try not to fling the weights around. I try not to, ego lift or anything like that. But I really try to make that mind muscle connection whenever I'm doing this. So just grab your set of dumbbells because you already have them. You might need to lighten them up a little bit, or you can go a little bit heavier. It matters however you want to do it, however you feel. Don't go too heavy. You don't want to hurt yourself, but definitely you see how when I drop them down slowly, and then you come up, you curl, drop it down slow. You come up, you curl, and you drop it down slow. So try to keep, maybe a 3-second eccentric. That'll really help out. I like to do these for my triceps. Now, some people don't like them because they feel it more in their shoulders. So if you do these and you feel in your shoulders, you can hold off on them. There's more ways to hit your triceps. But I figured since I did have a bench there, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and hit these. Now, what I do like to do is the overhead tricep extensions. You just take one dumbbell, a weight that you can do probably 12 to 15 reps or so. But notice how the rep is real slow, big deep stretch at the bottom, really stretching out that tricep. Give these a shot, see how you feel. Hopefully your shoulders feel okay. You definitely don't want to go too heavy with the weight if you don't have to, but just get you enough where you really feel your tricep working in these. So I like doing these as much as possible, especially if I only have a dumbbell and a bench. Now these work your triceps like crazy. These are the inverted skull crushers. Make sure you have a bench that's strong enough, or that bench will slide up. If you need to, put some weights on it. But man, these right here, do these deep and slow, and you will feel them in your triceps. I promise you. I keep these in my routine. I've shown videos where I use the Smith machine before if I'm at a gym, but man, if you only have a bench, this is a great way to knock them out. Try these out. Let me know what you think. I think you'll be pleased with these. Next up, since I have a bench, I'm just going to go ahead and knock out some push-ups, however many sets you can get in, 10 to 20 push-ups. But notice how the push-ups are real slow, and give these a shot, if you want a little extra pump in your chest. And then we're going to move on to some just standard incline chest press. But notice how the reps are really slow. I'm just focusing on that deep stretch at the bottom, trying to keep my form as straight as possible. Really thinking about each rep that I'm pushing. Just try to get you 12 to 15, maybe 3 to 4 sets on these. Definitely have you straight. See how you feel. Just listen to your body. Don't push yourself too hard, but push yourself enough where you feel like you're going to build. Now next up we have now I lower the weight here. I'm going with some deep chest flies. This is also on the incline. So just grab a weight that's a little bit lower than you were using on the chest press, because you don't want to hurt your shoulders. You don't want to hurt yourself. So but way down here, you see that right there? That's where you're going to feel the deep stretch. You're really going to feel it. So give these a shot. I like to keep these in rotation as well. So let's move on to back. So just take you some dumbbells, do a slight bend, and just bring them up slowly. You're just doing a dumbbell row, nothing crazy here. But since you do have the dumbbells, go ahead and pick a weight that you can knock out. Like I always say, 12 to 15 solid reps. Make sure you don't feel it in your lower back. If you feel it in your lower back, the weight might be a little bit too heavy. Just listen to your body. Give these a shot. If you don't want to do bent over row like this, what you can do, since you do have a bench, is you can keep it on the incline and use it as kind of a base to just pull the weight, do single arm rows, and say I'm leaning on the bench there. So just do some single arm rows, bring it up to kind of your hip area, and give these a shot. You can see a different angle here. Deep stretch. Watch it stretch at the bottom. See how I'm stretching way down there. Then I bring up slow reps. Don't swing the weights around. Just keep it as slow as possible, and get a great workout in. Next up, we got some dumbbell RDLs. You will feel these in your hamstrings. Just keep the reps as slow as possible. Go as low as you can to where you really feel the hamstrings start to pull. Not pull in a bad way, but pull in a good way. It should have a good stretch. Bring it up slowly. Don't get too crazy on these. Knock you out about 12 to 15. 3 sets should set you straight on these. So I really like doing these, especially, I mean, anytime I'm in a gym, it doesn't matter. As long as I have some dumbbells, you can actually get a great workout in to really knock out your hamstrings on these. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take that dumbbell and we're just going to use a single dumbbell. We're going to switch to a goblet squat. So just take one dumbbell, squat as low as you can go, and really feel the push. Make sure you don't get a dumbbell that's too heavy, but heavy enough to where you actually feel like you're actually working something. So grab your dumbbell. These are great for your quads. So mix this in. You knock out your hamstrings. You're going to knock out your quads. And these 2 exercises right here will set you straight. So keep these in your rotation. You can also do a lunge if you want, a weighted lunge. But I just find that these are pretty easy, pretty standard, no matter where you go, as long as you have a dumbbell. And then these are for shoulders right here. Keep the weight low on these. I'm bent over a little bit. So instead of just doing your standard shoulder raises, I'm bent over, and I really felt this in my traps. This felt great in my trap area. And I try not to swing the weight when you're doing these, so don't pick a weight that's too heavy. Remember, whenever you're doing shoulders, you don't need to lift heavy weights. I like to keep the weights as light as possible, and give these a shot. These are a great way to hit your traps, and I really like these, so check these out. Now, one of my favorite dumbbell exercises to do for shoulders are these super ROM shoulder raises, which is ROM is range of motion. So see how I'm bringing the weights all the way up to the top, bringing it down as slow as I can. So make sure you don't go too heavy on these weights. But notice how when I bring the weights down, I'm trying to keep it as slow as possible. So you must try these. These are a great way to work out your shoulders. Let me know what you think on these, because these are pretty killer. And next up, we're just going to have some seated incline shoulder raises. You don't have to do all of these. You can just pick one or pick 2. You don't need to kill your shoulders if you don't have to. So these are a great workout as well. But notice on the reps, I'm keeping the reps as slow as I can. I'm not going too heavy on the weight. And I'm really trying to focus on that mind-muscle connection. That's what you need to do. If you really want to hit that muscle, you need to target it. Okay, so make sure you're doing enough reps to where you're getting a great workout in, but you also don't want to do too much to where you feel like you're going to hurt yourself. So try to keep that in mind whenever you're doing these. And then of course, we're going to knock out some abs. So what I like to do is just grab me a little dumbbell and just do some knee raises, but try to add some weight to it. I see people doing these knee raises or leg raises, whatever you want to call them. And I just know that if you were to add a little bit of weight, it'll help build your abdominals. So anytime you're doing abs, just try to get some type of resistance. Let me know what you think about this. This is a great workout, full body workout, dumbbell. Like I said, I just want to respond to you, and hopefully these help you out. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time. Let's get better. Let's go.